Hey guys, um, I'm hoping this is the last video until I find something else. But this is going to be a video that really it's on that last play, and by all means, if anybody is talking about a last play, controversial, that kind of stuff, and your team lost, um, a lot of times it really stings and it sits quite often um, for all the way till the next season. And that's kind of how it is for Alabama fans. As you know, say Alabama. My dad went to Alabama, so I've always been raised as an Alabama fan, that kind of thing. And yeah, I'm I mean, my team is really Oregon State, primarily, just because I live in Corvallis. Um, I always liked them. But definitely, second team is Alabama. And they've been very successful in recent years. I've been watching a lot more Alabama. Um, but yeah, that last play. Uh, so there was thought of why didn't Jalen Milroy go left? Um, when he got when the ball was hiked, it was low. It was a bad snap. That bad snap. His eyes were taken off the field, looked straight at the ball to make sure he got it, looked up, and started running. That Michigan guy on the left side who definitely overshot the run and had everything gone right, that's most likely what Jalen Milroy would have done. But also got to think of it from a player's perspective. You look down at the ball, you're looking up, you're having split second decisions. He sees the guy on the left, sees or hears. I'm pretty sure he sees because that stadium was loud. Rose Bowl was very loud. And decided to just run up the gut. He could have gone right. I think if he went right, who knows? Maybe he had. I think because of how athletic Jalen Milroy is, he might have been able. I think that might have been the best option out there, but that was not what the play would have supposed to be. He was supposed to go left. The blocking was there and everything. Um, the other part is that he ran into his own player, which was I think it was 56 too, which is a guy who snapped the ball wrong. Seth ran into him because he got completely beat. It was one guy, and I hate to say this, one guy that completely, really screwed up, made a mistake, and completely that was the game. But it never should have gotten even to that point. It really shouldn't have. But this is the other issue: is the snaps being bad was throughout the whole entire game. It's happened in the season. I didn't know this, but it's happened last season when he was there, um, which I didn't know really much about that, and it was a thing that was overlooked because he was doing such a good job um, on the line. So he was doing great and everything besides the snapping, but it's also his snapping was not nearly as bad or as atrocious as this year's has been. It's much more noticeable. Um, and I mean, I'm obviously you would want the player to learn and get better. Unfortunately, the opposite has happened. It's gotten worse and worse, and everything started crumbling with it too. He's not providing the blocks for the running backs and this and that. He did good on most of the blocks, but for this year, but he's had some issues, and it's just I think it's more of a mental game. That's what I would assume. Timing or something. It's just something's off for him, and I feel bad for him because he's probably getting a lot of flack. But um, I I do have to say I know I've seen videos that he should have gone. Why didn't Jalen Miller go left? He still could have gotten there. The guy overshot. By the time Milroy was right before meeting the offensive line, which is when he would have gone left, that Michigan guy was pretty much there. And I mean, Miller is strong. He definitely could have had a chance going left, more of a chance. Um, but there was also a really good chance that he would have been tackled, or at least slowed down to be tackled, most likely. So I mean, I don't. I think Jalen Milroy did the best he could. I don't think that it's any part of the quarterback's fault. Um, it's sad. It sucks losing that way, and you got to feel for the guy snapping, Seth, because he is getting a ton of flack. And I mean that's what he signed up for. That's how Alabama is. You gotta be having um, your fundamentals be on point, and snapping is basic fundamentals. I mean, even like for high school, you don't really have too much of issues like that. So the fact that it's in college and this is happening, and he had to have been doing really, really good to be able to get into Alabama. I don't know how this happened and how it just been allowed and with the coaching staff for so long. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know what it is. Um, but yeah, it's not fun. It would not be fun to be that guy. And I know he came out. I don't know if it was social media. I can't remember. I believe it was, and basically said it owned up to it, said it was my fault, and not unacceptable to be snapping that way, which I give him props for. And I mean, it is what it is. The game is over. That's what it is. And for me, that's kind of why I'm hoping this is our last video, because that game is done. I'm looking towards national championship game. So hopefully this is the last video I make on the Rose Bowl. If anything, if I talk about the Rose Bowl, hopefully it's just a video on my experiences or something like that, remembering it. But yeah, this is it. I mean, because the game already speaks for itself, and I think if there's anything else that would be said, it has already been said. So, anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Yeah, it it is what it is, man. It is what it is, and there's next year. Hopefully, Alabama gets back to playoffs and does better and gets to the championship. But we'll see. Every year is different. So, hope you guys have a great day. For all you Alabama fans, Roll Tide. And, yep. Good luck next year.